We know this: when carbon monoxide is involved, it is a health emergency where minutes matter. WSBT-22's Hillary Powell is at the live desk with this portion of the story. And Hillary, there is something that can help after exposure.
That's right, Jennifer. It's called a hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It's 90 minutes in a clear tank that just could save a life. You can't see it or taste it, but where there's carbon monoxide, you're stepping into a deadly space.
The symptoms of carbon monoxide can be as small as just a headache. It can be a mild exposure to where you're just kind of feeling flu-like symptoms, all the way to a more serious exposure where you can actually suffer a coma.
They're the symptoms Ashley Cobble works to heal in a space that looks a bit sci-fi, but can actually save lives.
They're just finding new things that hyperbaric oxygen can actually treat.
It's a hyperbaric oxygen tube, acrylic, clear, compact, and used to surround patients who've been exposed to high levels of carbon monoxide with oxygen and pressure.
They would breathe that and inhale that, and we would get oxygen to their tissues so that poison with the carbon monoxide would not stay in their tissues.
The patient who sits on this bed and enters this chamber enters about 100% oxygen levels when they get into the chamber, as opposed to 21% oxygen levels in an average room. They start to feel relief from that carbon monoxide exposure within about half an hour as compared to 300 minutes.
You really shouldn't feel much at all. I mean, the greatest thing that you do notice is that you have that pressure change in your ears, which you can think of like flying or driving down the mountains.
She says most patients go to sleep. It's a tubular trip that can help a patient recover within days, and a trip Cobble hopes doesn't happen more than once.
Never have to see you again.
Now, in addition to carbon monoxide poisoning, these tanks can often treat chronic wounds like diabetic wounds or bone infections. The oxygen can help give a big dose of oxygen to the blood, the treatment rather, and we have more information on WSBT.com.
Hillary, thank you. This list from the Centers for Disease Control can help you recognize if you're dealing with carbon monoxide poisoning. It includes things like headache, dizziness, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion. They are also described as flu-like symptoms. Now, the CDC says people who are sleeping or drunk often die from CO poisoning before they notice those symptoms.